Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lazorix, and I got early access to an update that's going to be coming out in the near future. And I just want to give a quick disclaimer before we continue in this video that everything is still subject to change. They didn't tell me to say that, but I'm still going to throw that out there just in case, because you never know. And we're going to be checking out the new leaders, Luke Skywalker and his unique R2-D2, which is really exciting to finally see him in the game, and Supreme Leader Snoke and his elite Praetorian guards. I think that's how you say that. I've had a lot of time to play both these leaders, and I really like both of them. We're going to start out by playing with Luke, and if you haven't already heard about him, he has a projection ability where he summons a projection of himself that taunts nearby enemy units and leaders, and basically it forces them to attack it. But while that's happening, Luke's HP decreases 3% per second, and it'll disappear if his HP falls below 10%. But while his projection is up, he gains 20% extra energy recharge. So it's going to be really important to make the most of that. And so far as I've tested, his projection does taunt enemy turrets as well. So it's going to be a pretty big deal since it doesn't take damage itself. This deck I have right here isn't especially a good deck. It's just a deck I've been using to quickly rank up and beat the AIs. Okay, so I think Snoke's very interesting because he doesn't have an ability to jump forward or dash or just run in general. He has something else that stuns the enemy temporarily, and it doesn't say how long it is, but it lasts about 2 seconds. And his normal attack can hit up to 3 enemies, it seems. Yeah, maximum of 3 enemies with bouncing lightning. So that is huge. He has a very low DPS, but he can hit 3 enemies at a time with his regular attack, which is pretty huge. Let's look at his special abilities here. He has a push ability, which pushes enemies back and deals 250% damage. Now that is very important, that 250% damage, because his attack power is really high compared to other leaders, but his attack speed is pretty slow. So his push ability will actually do a lot of damage because of his high attack power. And his passive ability silences enemy leaders targeted by his skill, rendering them unable to use skills for 6 seconds. So that's going to be really important if they're pushing or you're pushing them and you push them back. They won't be able to use their skill to help defend. So it's going to it's going to take some time to get used to these new abilities and how to use them best. We're going to give Luke a try first and check out his abilities. I decided I'm not going to change up my deck since we're just going to be showcasing Luke and his new abilities, as well as R2-D2's ability, which creates a smoke screen and then electrifies the enemy units. So basically ranged units have to move forward more. And here we go, let's throw in his projection. Our energy recharge is going to go up 20%, and we're going to basically, R2-D2 is going to blind him. It doesn't do much for melee units. We're going to taunt him again there. I'm not sure why the turret didn't target my projection there. We'll try one more match here. We'll try a few more matches, see what we can try to get a better look at it. It is important to keep in mind that Luke's projection taunt does have a range that you really need to keep in mind when using it. Otherwise, it may not even taunt the units you want. So we're going to throw him forward here. Get the taunt going. And I think I accidentally clicked it again, but it does come back up really quickly. Oh wow, that was devastating. Let's see if we can get R2-D2's attack, but we gotta wait for his ranged units. So his taunt. Oh whoa, he disappeared. Huh, I'm not too sure what happened there. Let's get it going again. Oh, you know what? I think I spammed it, so he disappeared. Let's take a second, see if we can get that figured out once, so I can show everyone. Because he should stay up. Oh, whoa, what's going on? Hold up, hold up. There it goes. Alright, so I think I was just tapping it too much those other times. So basically he's not going to go away. And our energy is going to continue to increase by 20%. But we'll still take 20% or 3% damage on our total health. This is a very interesting concept they've added to the game. I think it'll change a lot. And you just have to really be careful with your health, because it will drop quite quickly and can really catch you off guard if you're not careful. And all of a sudden your health drops down to 10%, and then the enemy leaders can one-shot you with anything, really. And if you're new to Star Wars Force Arena, you haven't seen this game before, and you're pretty interested in it, there is a link down in the description that you can click to check out this game. It's just available on iOS and Android. Oh, I missed the taunt there. Okay, so he taunted all them still. I think he missed Vader though. So we're gonna call him back actually, because that is a bad place to taunt. And he comes back quite quickly. He taunts all of them, nice. So it would work really well if there was like a mob, an enemy mob you could throw him into, and then it would attract them all, and then you could do some like AoE damage. I think that would work really well. So let's throw him in on that tower, and he's just gonna take all that damage. But my HP fell below 10%, so he disappeared. Got to be careful with that. And not a lot of ranged units coming in, so we can't really test out R2-D2's smokescreen ability. Let's try it here though. So they're blind, so they got to keep running forward, and we can quickly kill them since we're just using a lightsaber. We don't have a blaster. That works out really well. I like that. Doesn't do much for melee units though. But I think R2-D2 does do a lot of base damage. Let's quickly go check out that once. I forgot what his attack power was. I know a lot of people will be using it because of a smokescreen, but he does do 154 damage per second at level 2. And for 3 energy, he has 1,000 health. That is quite a lot. And the smoke screen lasts for 6 seconds. It looks like they forgot to put an S behind that 6, it seems. But this is pre-release, remember, so maybe they're still fixing a few things and changing things up. That's pretty cool. So RDT2 is really good. I think you can get some really good value out of him when snipers are trying to long shot your tower, or rocket troopers, you know, they're on your tower. You can just lay down R2D2 and smoke screen them, so they have to move forward in range of the tower, and that would work out really well in that case. And let's go try out Snoke now. Supreme Leader Snoke, and his unique is very different compared to the others. 2 guards using 2 different weapon types, so they're going to have different attack capabilities. The 7th guard uses blades, rapidly slashing, inflicting bleed damage, and the other one uses a whip, so causing them to go rigid. Let's check out the 7th guard. He does the bleed damage 4% at level 2 per second. Wow, that is quite a lot. 0.46 attack speed, so he does 280 damage per second. And the 3rd guard does 59 damage per second. Wow, what a huge difference. So you're definitely gonna get the most value out of the one that does the bleed damage. The 3rd guard makes them go rigid. Let's see, yeah. 3rd guard makes them go rigid. Okay, yeah. So I don't know how valuable that would be. I would assume it's pretty good to keep in mind, but definitely the damage from the 7th guard is going to be huge. That was the one you're going to look out for, and if you're going against these uniques, then you'll definitely want to kill the 7th guard first before the others, because he's going to have the highest damage per second. Let's go test him out once, and then I can show you that he doesn't have like a jump ability or running. He can only walk around, which really balances him out very well, because you won't be able to run away if they lay down an airstrike or anything. You don't have any options to get out of dodge, quote unquote, if you need to. You're going to be in quite a pinch if your health gets low and you can't get away because you're only walking around. Let's check that out here. Haven't played this map too much. It's pretty cool. I like how it looks. Alright. So we have Princess Leia. And let's check out these guards, and we're gonna make them. See, we just used our stun ability right there. So if they're running in, and you can actually, it's like a area effect. So if they're trying to run away, you can stun them. And he actually has a massive range with his lightning strike. Look at that. We're just on the edge of the tower's range. And we also have our push ability. So say if there was like a melee unit or something, or like these guards here, we can push them all back, although we didn't get that in time. But we can't really run away from them either. But we do damage to multiple enemy units. Let's stun them, just like that. It only lasts for a second, but ooh, missed that one there. But it can really change the game, stunning them like that. Okay, our uniques didn't quite have a chance to show off their skills there, but you'll see one of them has blades and the other just has a whip. Now we can push her back and do damage to the tower, stun her as well so she can't attack or anything. And when we try to run away, it doesn't really work. So we're gonna stun and then stun again, which he's trying to run away. Oh, it didn't quite reach. That's unfortunate. So you gotta be careful with the reach on his stun ability. And it is also quite slow too. So you have to plan ahead if you're ever gonna use it. But yeah, Snoke's pretty interesting. It'll take a lot of practice to get used to him, and I think he's quite balanced though for the most part, it seems. But they also have a rematch request you can do now. So if you find one of your friends randomly queuing ranked, you can go again and again. I think you can only do it once. But I'm actually not too sure about that one yet because I haven't tested it. Haven't seen anyone else in the queue. Just been playing against AIs, but I guess you might be able to just request rematches over and over. But let's keep going with Emperor Snoke and see what we can do a little more testing. And we're on the new map, Dakar, which is, I think, let me check my email real quick. I think that's the new one they added. Oh, the new map is Crate. Okay, so this is not the new map. I just haven't played on this one very much, so there's also a new game mode I'm rating in his email, so we'll have to check that one out as well. Sounds pretty cool. So yeah, Snoke moves very slowly, and we'll stun all of them. It only lasts, yeah, just for like 2-second stun, but it definitely makes a huge difference, especially with our Unique's bleed ability. And look at the Uniques just going to work there. Oh, we still have a riot control stormtrooper there. So we get the stun on her, and dead. Just like that. Kills off her damage per second. Does his push... Oh yeah, his push ability also does damage to towers. I was unsure if it would, but it does, so... Confirmed. That lasts for a long time. Let's quick end this one and check out the new game mode they added. They call it the Art of War game mode. And that sounds really interesting. Let's see here. Arcade mode. Art of War. All Out War. Okay. Not Art of War. All Out War. Okay, okay. I set up a little deck here. So it seems that you have, okay, so you can hit all squad or just check out the supports available. I do not have a light side deck yet. So basically what you're doing is you're picking out your cards you want to have in the battle and then your support cards. And what you do is for this game mode is that you lay down your troops before the timer runs out. And then once the timer is up, then all your troops start to move forward and you can start using your battle support cards. So it looks pretty cool. I'm excited to play that. No one's on right now, so we won't be able to test it until the release of this new update. But I don't think it just looks like something fun to do on the side. Nothing super competitive. Maybe if you find out a good strategy, you can get a lot of leaders out of it by spending 100 crystals on it. But let's go play some more Snoke. So in this battle, let's try to test out his silence ability. That lasts for 6 seconds. We're gonna stun him. Boom, look at that damage. He's gonna try to run away. And we will get the kill on him there. We got 15 more seconds, so I'm just gonna wait for him to respawn. So I think we get silence when we use our push ability. Let's check it out here. So we pushed him back, and look at that. You see that little symbol above his health bar? That just means he is silenced. So he won't be able to use his skill at all for 6 seconds. That's quite cool. So I guess you wouldn't really need to combo that with your stun ability. And we're going to get a quick kill on him there because he can't run away. That is quite interesting. A leader that can stun, that is pretty big, and it lasts for like 2 seconds. That's huge. Uh-oh, might be in trouble. Okay, so let's group them up, stun all of them, push them back, and then get them in the bleed there from our unique. And the kill. That worked perfectly. It helps to have a stun along yourself though. Just in case if a leader is chasing you, because you can't really run away. That's why I think running a stun in your deck with Snoke is going to be quite important. Just in case you need to get away. You're really going to need that stun, I feel like. So I hope you guys got a good idea of Snoke. Let's do one more battle with Luke. I want to try to get more examples of his unique out, R2-D2. Grenadier is going to work there on our projection. RDT2 go. And I just kind of want to see him do work himself once. Blinds the tower, so the tower is not shooting at all. Wow. So with R2-D2, he can take down a whole tower by himself. That is quite amazing. Let's see if we can kill him once to try and test that out. Get the taunt. Oh, he laid that Grenadier on the other side. But he does have 1,000 health, so he can hold his own. He's gonna run in, but he used his smoke already. Okay, there's the smoke again. Turret can't see anything. The smoke lasts for 6 seconds. And just like that, with 5 energy, we just took that whole tower. Wow. So it definitely has huge benefits. There's going to be quite a learning curve. Let's see if we can blind him again. Oh, see, you can run away anyways, though. I wonder what it looks like from the enemy's perspective, though. I wonder if units that are in the smoke for the rebel side just go blind. I wonder. See, that turret doesn't do any damage to anything. Everything just dies there. Very nice. And his huge damage per second cleans up that generator. Wow. Let me know what you guys think about these 2 new leaders in this update that'll be coming out very soon, I would assume. I haven't got a official confirmation date on when the update will be coming out. Hopefully it'll be soon so we can get some better understanding of how these leaders will play out against each other. But I think they're really cool, and I'm excited to see what else people come up with. Let me know what you guys think is the best strategy deck setup to use with these 2 new leaders. And that's going to be all for this episode. Make sure to like if you enjoyed, subscribe to see more, and I will see you all next time.